Why were 50s sci-fi B movies shown at midnight? Imagine a time when movies were a new form of excitement and entertainment was changing rapidly. In the 1950s, sci-fi B movies became a special part of that scene. But why did they mostly appear at midnight? Well, it all comes down to how movies were made, watched, and enjoyed back then. These films had small budgets, simple stories, and wild themes like aliens, atomic monsters, and Cold War fears. Because they were low cost and not part of the main movie lineup, they fit perfectly into late-night slots. Drive-in theaters, which became super popular in the 1950s, played a big role. They grew from fewer than 100 in 1945 to over 3,700 by the mid-50s. Drive-ins were casual, fun, and perfect for showing B movies because people could watch from their cars. The movie's straightforward plots and shocking effects match the relaxed, sometimes noisy environment of a drive-in. On television, the introduction of residual payments in 1953 made it easier for local stations to air these movies. They often showed them after the primetime hours, during what was called the safe harbor period, when restrictions on content were relaxed. This created the midnight movie tradition. Shows like The Vampira Show in Los Angeles introduced these films with a lively host who added humor and style. This made watching B movies more fun and helped build a cult following. Fans loved watching these films again and again, sharing the experience with friends. Showing movies at midnight also meant they could include themes that were a little scarier or more daring, which appealed to adults looking for something different from the usual family-friendly fare. The affordability of these movies, their exciting themes, and the novelty of late-night TV made midnight screenings the perfect spot for sci-fi B movies. These late-night showings became a beloved part of the era's entertainment culture. They captured the fascination with space, atomic fears, and the thrill of the unknown. Watching these movies was like stepping into a world of imagination filled with aliens, giant monsters, and futuristic adventures. They were often cheesy but charming, and their kitschy style is still remembered today. This mix of fun, fear, and fantasy helped define a unique chapter in American movie history. It was a time when science fiction B movies became more than just films. They became a cultural phenomenon that kept audiences coming back for more, especially when the clock struck midnight.